begin at the beginning. It is spring, moonless night in a small town, starless and Bible black, the cobbled streets silent, and the hunched courtiers and rabbits wood limping invisible down to the slow black, crow black, fishing boat bobbing sea. The houses are blind as moles, though moles see fine tonight in the snouting velvet dinkles. Or blind as Captain Cat, there in the muffled middle by the pump and the town clock, the shops in mourning, the welfare hall in widow's weeds. And all the people of the lulled and dumbfound town are sleeping now. Hush! The babies are sleeping, the farmers, the fishers, the tradesmen and pensioners, postman, publican, drunkard, dressmaker, preacher, policeman. Young girls lie bedded soft, or glide in their dreams. The boys are dreaming wicked, or of the bucking ranches of the night, and the jolly Rogered sea. You can hear the dew falling, and the hushed town breathing. Only your eyes are unclosed to see the black unfolded town, fast and slow, asleep. And you alone can hear the invisible starfall, the darkest before dawn, minutely dew-grey stir of the black, dab-filled sea. And the star of waves tilt and ride. Listen. It is night, moving in the streets, the processional sod, slow musical wind in Coronation Street and Cockle Row. It is the grass growing on Laregab Hill, dewful, starfall, the sleep of birds in Milkwood. Listen. It is night in the chill, squat chapel, hymning in bonnet and brooch and bombazine black, butterfly choker and bootlace bow, coughing like nanny goats, sucking min toes. Look, it is night, dumbly, royally, winding through the Coronation cherry trees, going through the graveyard of Bethesda, with wings gloved and folded. Time passes. Listen. Time passes. Come closer now. Only you can hear the houses sleeping in the streets in the slow, deep salt and silent black bandaged night. Only you can see in the blinded bedrooms the combs and petticoats over the chairs, the jugs and basins, the glasses of teeth, thou shalt not, on the wall, and the yellow and dicky bird watching pictures of the dead. Only you can hear and see behind the eyes of the sleepers the movements and countries and mazes and colours and dismays and rainbows and tunes and wishes and flight and fall and dismays and big seas of their dreams. From where you are, you can hear their dreams. Captain Cat, the retired blind sea captain asleep in his bunk in the sea-shelled, shipping-bottled ship, best cabin of Schooner House, dreams of
never such seas
as any that swamped the decks of his SS Kidwelly, bellying over the bedcloths and jellyfish slippery, sucking him down sog deep into the Davy dark, with a fish come biting out to nibble him down to his wishbone, and the long drowned nuzzle up to him.
Remember me, Captain?
You're Thompson Williams.
I lost my step in Nantucket.
Do you see me, Captain? We shared the same bills. Her name was Mrs. Probert.
Rosie Probert, 33, Deck Lane. Come on up, boys, I'm dead.
Holy Captain, I'm Jonah Jarvis. Come to bad end. Very enjoyable.
Tell my missus. No, I never.
I never knew what they said. I never.
Yes, they did.
How's it above?
Is there room? And out of bread.
Washing on the line?
And old girls in the snow.
How's the tenements and downlands?
Who milks the cows in my square?
When she smiles, is there dimples?
What's the smell of parsley?
Oh, my dead dears.
From where you are, you can hear in Cockle Row, in the spring moonless night, Miss Price, dressmaker and sweet shopkeeper, dream of her lover, tall as the town clock tower, Samson syrup, gold maned, or whacking thigh, and piping hot, barnacle-breasted and thunderbolt-maced, flailing at the cockles with his eyes like blow lamps, and scooping low over a lonely, loving, hot water bottle body.
Fanny Price.
Mr. Mog Edwards.
I am Draper Matted Love. Throw away little bed socks and your Welsh wool knitted jacket. I will warm your sheets like an electric toaster. I will lie by your side like a Sunday roast.
I will warm your heart by the fire, so that you can slip it in under your vest when the shop is closed.
My fanny for the mice know at your bottom jaw. Will you say?
Yes, Mog! Yes, Mog! Yes, yes, yes!
No, the bells of the tills of the town shall ring for our wedding.
Oh, my Mog, I am yours forever.
Come to my arms, my fanny.
Now, in her iceberg white, holly laundered crinoline nightgown, in spruce scoured, dustifying bedroom in trig and trim bay view, a house of paying guests. Mrs. Ogmore Pritchard, widow, twice, fidgets in her rinsed sleep, wakes in a dream and nudges in the ribs. Dead Mr. Ogmore, dead Mr. Pritchard, ghost on either side. Mr. Ogmore! Mr. Pritchard! It's time to inhale your balsam.
Oh, Mrs. Ogmore!
Oh, Mrs. Pritchard.
Soon it'll be time to get up. Tell me your tasks. In order.
I must put my pyjamas in the drawer, my
I
pyjamas.
must take my coat back, which is good for me.
I must wear a flannel band to ward off sciatica.
I must dress behind the curtain and put on my apron.
I must blow my nose.
In the garden, if you please.
In a piece of tissue paper, which I afterwards burn.
I must take my salts, which are nature's friends.
I must boil the drinking water because of germs.
I must make my herb tea, which is free from tannin.
And have a charcoal biscuit, which is good for me.
I must smoke 1 pipe of asthma mixture.
In the woodshed, if you please.
And dust the palm. And spray the canary.
I must put on my rubber gloves and search the peat for fleas.
I must dust the blinds, and then I must raise them.
And before you let the sun in, mind it wipes its shoes.
Mrs. Rose Cottage's eldest, May, peels off her pink and white skin in a furnace, in a tower, in a cave, in a waterfall, in a wood, and waits there, raw as an onion, for Mr. Wright to leap up the burning tall hollow splashes of leaves like a brilliant tined trout.
Call me Dolores, like they do in the stories.
Mr. Pugh, schoolmaster, fast asleep, pretends to be sleeping, spies Foxy round the droop of his nightcap and whistles up. And in Coronation Street, which you alone can see, it is so dark under the chapel in the skies, the Reverend Eli Jenkins, poet, preacher, turns in his deep towards dawn sleep and dreams of
I stand for thine.
In Donkey Street, so filled with sleep, willy-nilly postman and no good boy, dream of
Turkish girls. Horizontal.
Nothing.
time passes. Listen, time passes.
Who pulls the town hall bell rope but blind Captain Cat? One by one, the sleepers are wrung out of sleep. This one morning, as every morning.
The Reverend Eli Jenkins, in Bethesda House, gropes out of bed, into his preacher's black, forgets to wash, pads barefoot downstairs, opens the front door and, looking out at the day and up at the eternal hill, and hearing the gab of birds, and tells them to hit the Coronation Street, that is rising and raising its flags.
Dear Gwalia, I know there are towns lovelier than ours and ours and ours, with fairer hills and loftier furrows, and groves more full of flowers. And words more blithe with spring, and sweet with birds adorning. sweeter bards than I can sing. They praise this glorious morning. But see the Idris, tempest torn, Moirith's glory, glory. Carniv Llewellyn, beauty born, Plyn Lemon, old in story. A tiny dingle is Milkwood, my golden grove in Grongo. And if I should say it, oh, I should, to live all my life and longer, to stroll among our trees and stray, in Goosecock Lane on donkey down, donkey down, donkey down, donkey down, donkey down, and hear the dairy sing all day, and never, 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 never leave the town.
The Reverend Jenkins closes the front door. His morning service is over. Miss Pugh, in the schoolhouse opposite, takes up the morning tea to Mrs. Pugh and whispers on the stairs.
Here's your arsenic, dear. And your weed killer biscuit. I've throttled your parakeet. I've spat in your vases. I've put cheese in your mouth holes. Here's your nice tea, dear. We haven't tried it, dear.
Too much.
Has Mr. Jenkins said his poetry?
Yes, dear.
Well then, it's time to get up. Fetch me my glasses. No, not my reading glasses. I want to look out. I want to see.
Lilia falls the treasure down on her red knees, washing the front step.
She's tucked her dress in her bloomers. Oh, my bitch.
And the morning fishwife girls who, heckling over Donkey Street, observe.
There's Bowman, sees me better than ever never breakfast. There's wife's dear.
Me, Mrs. Digrave, 1.
2. Gypsy to kill.
Capped and shouldered. Above my knees, dirty, pretty knees.
Nice to be comfy.
High heel shoes.
Nice to be nice.
With one heel missing.
Logging on the cobbles.
Lolling Gordy at the doorway.
Oh, Mrs. Sarah! Can you spare a loaf, love?
Scowling at the sunshine. Lighting up my pipe.
There's a lovely morning. How's your boils this morning? Me, Miss Price, in my pretty print housecoat, deft at the clothesline, natty as a Jenny Wren, then pit-pat, back to my egg and its cosy, my crisp toast fingers, my homemade plum and butter pat.
Now, frying pans spit, kettles and cats purr in the kitchens. The town smells of seaweed and breakfast, all the way down from Bayview. Mr. Pugh,
Remember his brown gloves? Is he jealous he's on it?
Mrs. Pugh,
That's the soap cellar!
the postman,
Drinks his black brackish tea.
the Reverend Eli Jenkins,
Dips his pen in cocoa and finds a bit up.
Captain Cat,
Blind and fine-fingered, savours his sea fry.
Miss Price,
Dreams of Mark Edwards. Alone.
no good boyo,
Knows nothing. Says nothing. And just nothing.
Mr. and Mrs. Cherrywood, in their Donkey Street room, sit down to last night's supper of onions in their overcoats, and broth of spuds, and leeks, and bones.
See that smudge on the wall? By the picture of Auntie Blossom? That's where you threw the Sargo. You only missed me by an inch.
I always miss Auntie Blossom too.
Remember last night, when you reeled my boy as drunk as a deacon with a big wet bucket and a fish cradle full of stout? And you looked at me and you said,
God has come home.
and then over the bucket you went, sprawling and bawling in the
is Solomon Owen.
And I was your...
This is Sheba. And then?
And then I got you into bed and you breathed all night like a brewery.
And in the town, the shops squeak open. Sitting at the open window of Shooner House, blind Captain Cat hears all the mourning of the town. He hears the voices of children and the noise of children's feet on the cobbles.
Maggie Richards. Ricky Reese and Tommy Powell. I'll stop. Little Gerwin. Oh, and Billy Swansea, the one with the dog's voice, one of Mr. Waldo's. Nasty Humphrey. Jackie, with the sniff. Where's Dickie Albie? And the boys from T-Plant? Perhaps they got the rash again.
Captain Cat hears willy-nilly's feet heavy on the distant cobbles.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Manchester House.
Morning, Mr. Edwards. Very small news. Mr. Pugh's bought a book on how to do it. Mr. Pugh.
Have you got a letter from her?
She loves you with all her heart. Smells of lavender today. Last week she sold three jars of boiled sweets, a pound of humbugs, and a box of jelly babies. Yours forever. And then 21 kisses.
Oh, Willie, she's a ruby. Here's a letter from me. Please give it to her.
People are moving now, up and down the cobbled streets.
All the women are out this morning, in the sun. You can tell it's spring. There goes Mrs. Dye-Bread One, waltzing up the street like a jelly. Every time she shakes it, slap, slap, slap. And who's that but Mrs. Butcher Bainan? And a pet black cat. That cat paws it everywhere. Meow.
Meow, meow, meow.
And all that. But it's high heels now. In the morning too. Mrs. Rose Cottage's eldest, May, 17 and never been kissed. Sure. Can't hear what the women are gabbing round the pump, but it's the same as ever. Who's having a baby? Who's blackened whose eye? See Mrs. Bailey's new mauve jumper? It's her old grey jumper died. Who's dead? Who's dying? Oh, there's a lovely dead. Oh, the cost of soap flakes.
Can you hear the dumb goose hiss of the wives as they huddle and peckle flanks and to waddle away? Who cuddled you when? Which of their wandering hubbies foamed in the wind for your naughty mother in arms and a body like a wardrobe, love? Captain Cat says soft himself the words of their song.
Johnny Crack and Flossie Snail kept their baby in a milking pail. Flossie Snail and Johnny Crack. One will pull it out and one will put it back. It's my turn now, said Flossie Snail. To take the baby from the milking pail. It's my turn now, said Johnny Crack. To smack it on its head and put it back.
Praise the Lord. We are a musical nation.
The thin night darkens. A breeze from the creased water sighs the streets close under milk-waking wood. The wood whose every tree foots cloven in the black glad sight of the hunters of lovers, that is a God-built garden to Mary Ann sailors, knows there is a heaven on earth, and the chosen people of his kind fire in Laregub's land, that is the fairway farmhands' wantoning, ignorant chapel of Brideheads, and to the Reverend Eli Jenkins, a green-leafed sermon on the innocence of men, the suddenly wind-shaken wood springs awake for the second dark time, this one spring day, under Milkwood.